What are the best moves for LeBron James this offseason? There's a few scenarios that we are going to run through. Number 5, stay in LA. Why not run it back in Los Angeles? They were heating up towards the end of the year. He was settling in as the third scoring option. Reeves and Luka were trading 30 burgers. Luka, in particular, averaged like 35 in the month of March, something ridiculous. He gets hurt against OKC as they surged all the way to the 3 seed in the Western Conference. They go like 500 to end the year without Luka. Then they play the Rockets and LeBron dominates that series. Rui Hachimura shoots 60% from 3. Marcus Smart shoots 50% from 3. No Austin Reeves in that series. No Kevin Durant either for the Rockets, but that's a really impressive series by the Lakers. And then they get swept by the Thunder without, and the Thunder are always going to sweep them because the Thunder are the best team in the league. Why not just run it back in LA? And there's one person in the league that should care more about what LeBron James Jr. or LeBron James does than any player in the NBA this offseason. That is LeBron James. That's Bronny James. Because if LeBron stays in LA, that locks up Bronny there for another year at least. And who knows what Bronny's future is post LeBron James in the NBA. And I'm rooting for Bronny. If you're not rooting for Bronny, you're kind of an asshole. You got to be a prick. You're a next level dickhead if you're not rooting for Bronny. I want Bronny to be good at that. Like I want him to be a good 15-year in the league NBA vet, maybe like a Danny Green type of arc where he's contributing some really electric minutes in the NBA Finals, some really good clutch moments. So, like, I want Bronny James to have an incredible. I want Bronny James to be the GOAT, quite frankly. If he can be better than his dad, imagine that. That'd be sick. Why are you gonna? Obviously, that's not gonna happen. I'm not saying that's gonna happen. Before you sprint to the comments and be like, "This guy's a fucking idiot." That's not gonna happen. But I don't know why you're not rooting for Bronny. You should be rooting for Bronny. I want him to have a long career. But the reality of the situation, is he going to? Is he going to? And he's already made enough money. He is the son of LeBron James. He's inheriting hundreds of millions of dollars, probably $1 billion. If LeBron James sold all of his assets, you don't think he's sniffing $1 billion? I don't know. Let's look up LeBron James' career earnings right now, just in the NBA alone. Like, is LeBron James a billionaire? LeBron James career earnings. $581 million in NBA salary alone. $581 million in NBA salary alone. That's not endorsement deals. That's not the shoe line that he has. That's not whatever other fucking. I'm sure he's got the greatest business advisors on the fucking planet, right? I'm sure he's got close to $1 billion net worth. I wouldn't be surprised. Like Bronny James could do whatever the fuck he wants the rest of his life. And I'm sure he wants to play basketball. So I hope he stays in the league. LeBron returning to LA would probably guarantee that Bronny stays in the league one more year. And I want that to happen. I want them to play together. I want them to play like meaningful minutes together too. And not just this. They played a little bit, but it wasn't like I want them to be on the floor together for like 30 minutes a night. Like that's what I want to see. But the Lakers are going to have a lot of holes this offseason. Marcus Smart has a player option. DeAndre Ayton has a player option. Austin Reeves has a player option. And if they don't extend Austin Reeves, he'd be stupid to decline the option and go test the market. He would be stupid if they don't extend him because he would get a bag somewhere for sure. So they have a lot. Rui Hachimura is a free agent. So they have a lot of roster turnover. The Lakers do. It's definitely not a team like if he's trying to ring chase. The Lakers are probably not a good team. And how bad do the Lakers want to bring back LeBron? Like they have Luka, start building around him now. And I don't know if Austin Reeves is part of that. Like you can't have a backcourt of Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves and make a far run in the finals because of the liability that both of those guys are on the defensive side of the basketball. Like look at all of the teams remaining. Most of them have really solid defensive players. Like the Spurs and the Thunder are the two best defensive teams in the NBA. The Pistons were Asar Thompson's the best defender in the NBA in my opinion right now, besides Wemby obviously, best wing defender. And the Pistons had like the best perimeter defense in the NBA this season. The Cavs have a defensive player of the year. Their wing defenders aren't like elite. They're probably the worst defensive team remaining in the playoffs. And the T-Wolves have so much versatility defensively and a 4-time defensive player of the year and Rudy Gobert on their roster. So you need good defense in the modern NBA in order to make like sustained runs, unless you're the Denver Nuggets. But the Denver Nuggets had like Bruce Brown, as crazy as Bruce Brown, Christian Brown, Aaron Gordon's a terrific defender. Like their defense when Aaron Gordon's on the floor and when Aaron Gordon's not on the floor is night and day, and they were able to win a championship. Like unless you have a really transcendent offensive generational piece surrounded by a bunch of role players that are clicking at the right time, you need to have elite defensive players to have sustained success in the playoffs in the NBA. And we're seeing that with the Thunder. We're going to see that now with the Spurs for the next few years. The Celtics, when they won it, were one of the best defensive rated teams in NBA history that year. So like you need good defense in the league, and Luka and Austin Reeves, that just is just a travesty of a defensive backcourt. Now it worked when Luka and Kyrie also not great defenders, but it worked when you had Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, PJ Washington, like good supporting defensive players. The Lakers don't have that right now. So they got to start building this roster up, and I don't know if LeBron James is part of that future for the Lakers because Luke is not getting any younger, man. He's like 20. He's got plenty of time, but still. Number 4, though, I have the Houston Rockets. LeBron and Kevin Durant in 2027 would be absolutely electric, ladies and gentlemen. That would be box office, and I think they would contend. I'm not kidding. I think they would contend. KD had another terrific scoring season. He might hate his teammates, which is a little bit of a problem, but they have Fred VanVleet on a player option. If he returns, he can run the point. Even if and they were desperately missing somebody that can like run the offense. If Fred VanVleet doesn't return, point guard Bron. Just have LeBron running the point. Why not him? Point forward Bron. And then you've got a starting 5 then in this scenario. Fred VanVleet, Amen Thompson, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Alperen Sengun. That's nasty. That's fucking nasty. I don't care. LeBron and KD are both fossils. That's nasty. And then you have Steven Adams, Reed Shepherd, Jabari Smith has some depth pieces, Clint Capella, Tari Eason. That's pretty good. That's a good squad. That is a really, really good squad. And the way their roster is constructed, I'm not ready to throw a max contract at Alperen Sengun. I'm pretty sure he's eligible for one. Amen Thompson, I'm not ready to throw a max contract at that guy yet. I think he might be eligible for one as well. I probably would. No, I wouldn't. I would not. He needs to shoot. He needs a shot. But still, I like the shooting would still be a little bit of a concern here. But LeBron can shoot the 3. Durant can shoot the 3. Lockman Thompson in the gym with his brother Asar. Fred VanVleet can shoot the 3 a little bit. So it's like they'll be a better shooting basketball team with Fred VanVleet healthy if he doesn't decline the player option and they bring in LeBron James. And then LeBron and KD would just be nasty for ratings. Like Adam Silver needs to make that happen. I'm not done with the Rockets. I think if they were in the Eastern Conference, they would be contending in the East forever. But it's just in the West right now, it's hard to bet against a team that is not OKC or San Antonio for the foreseeable future. But the Rockets do have a really solid young core. I've kind of cooled on Alperen Sengun a little bit. He hasn't quite taken the jump I expected him to take. And Amen Thompson as well needs a little bit of a jump shot. Jabari Smith hasn't really panned out. Reed Shepherd, I still believe in, but he's going to be a problem defensively throughout the entirety of his career. Undersized guard, not the most athletic guy, but he is a sniper from 3. It's just there's a lot of moving pieces and a lot of uncertainty with the young core in Houston that you just don't get from the young cores in OKC and San Antonio. So it looked like Houston was an emerging, young powerhouse. I don't think that's the case anymore. And even after the Kevin Durant trade, it was like, okay, they still have a pretty good young core. I don't know if it's that good. I don't know if the young core is pretty good. Like comparative to the teams in the Western Conference, it's not. So why not go all in with the LeBron James, and that'd be great for ratings. Number 3, this would be fucking diabolical, ladies and gentlemen. LeBron James to the San Antonio Spurs. And it makes a lot of sense, too, when you look at their roster construction. Wemby's getting an extension this offseason. Vassell, Keldon Johnson, both eligible. Julian Champagnie, also eligible for an extension. De'Aaron Fox on a max contract until 2031. I would get that guy off the fucking books, bro. I would get that contract off the books, and you'd probably, depending on the package you get for him, if there's a suitor, you can re-sign Vassell, re-sign Johnson, re-sign Champagnie, and you still have some roster, and you still have some room to bring LeBron James, and you can make LeBron James' contract structured in a way that by the time you have to extend, even if it's a 1-year deal, that's fine because you have to send Castle next year. But even that, like if you structure in a way where he's out the year before you have to give Dylan Harper a max contract, and I think Dylan Harper will be a max contract player. He's fucking disgusting. He's a rookie, by the way. He's just cooking. Free up De'Aaron Fox, free up a lot of money, get Wemby on the max, and then bring in LeBron for a couple of seasons, extend Castle, extend Harper in a few years, but go all in now. Might as well LeBron James as a third scoring option. And I feel like De'Aaron Fox's might just limit Dylan Harper's ascension. Like he might limit his development because he's not going to be on the floor as the primary ball handler as much as long as De'Aaron Fox is there. And we know what De'Aaron Fox is at this point in his career. Dylan Harper's ceiling is higher, objectively, because he's younger and he's electric. So if I'm the Spurs, you could be looking at a starting 5 next season, hypothetically, or you could even retain De'Aaron Fox and bring in LeBron James, but you'd probably lose a Vassell, a Johnson, or a Champagnie, and you probably don't want to lose many. Like those guys are nice, great, solid depth role players. Right? You know, you don't want to lose those guys. But you could, hypothetically, keep those guys, keep De'Aaron Fox, and then bring in LeBron James, and you have a starting 5 of like LeBron, Castle, Harper, Wemby, and LeBron. That's disgusting. If you lose Fox, it's probably Harper, Castle, LeBron, Champagnie, Wemby, Johnson, and Vassell off the bench. And that would be A-okay as well. So, like, they are in a really, really good spot. That LeBron to the Spurs makes too much fucking sense to me. I feel like their wings are probably the weakest part. Like, they have so much depth. Like, their wings are fine, but it's like, it's not, like, their best players are their guards and then Wemby, right? That would be gross. That would be gross. And they have the roster flexibility to make a move like that. But either way, it's like, what is the market for LeBron going to be? How much money is he going to be? Like, is he after fucking that? He's not. No way. Like, he's after role player money. And if I'm him, I'm taking a vet minimum and just fucking ring chasing at any team I want. I think any team would take LeBron James at a vet minimum. Bro. Any fucking team. Why wouldn't he do that and just go ring chase? Number 2, he would have to do this, potentially, is the Golden State Warriors. Imagine LeBron James and Steph Curry back at it, bro. Draymond has a player option this offseason. So that's definitely a moving piece here. And I would assume he was taking it. I don't know why he wouldn't. But the funniest thing on the planet would be if the Warriors traded Draymond Green for, I don't even know. You'd probably have to give a team an extra pick for them to acquire Draymond Green. That's not true. You could trade Draymond Green somewhere, and I'm sure he would bring value to some roster. Like, I don't even. I'll take him as a Nets fan, just as a culture guy. I would take him. I'm not kidding. But you trade Draymond Green to make enough money where the money works and you can bring in LeBron James. And then they would have a core of 42-year-old LeBron James, 37-year-old Jimmy Butler, and 38-year-old Steph Curry. And I think they would actually have a chance to fucking contend. I do. I genuinely do think that. And I'm a sick man for thinking that. But you're putting Steph Curry and LeBron James on the same team with Jimmy Butler, who, coming off the injury, who knows? But Jimmy Butler's a fucking dog, bro. He's a dog. He is a dog. And they have a pretty decent pick where they could get another guy. Potentially. And then it's Pods and Al Horford. Maybe it's Tobias Harrison free agency, something. But they are in cap hell, so I'd be interested to see how the money would work. That would be nasty. LeBron and Steph, dude. Bring it to me. I want it all. I want it all. LeBron, Steph, and Jimmy Butler. That'd be must-see TV. And if they could pull it off, that would be the greatest thing in sports history. One of them. Like, that'd be nasty. And at number 1, this is obvious, bro. This is obvious. It's the Cleveland Cavaliers. The only problem is the Cavs can't afford it. They would need him on a ridiculous hometown discount, and I think LeBron should do it. They have everyone under contract. Mobley and Mitchell on max deals. Harden eating up a lot of money. He's on a player option as well, so he could come back. He could not. We'll see. I do think that LeBron would be an upgrade from Harden right now, even though Harden is a little bit younger. I don't care. I think LeBron would be an upgrade just for vibes. Number 1, defensive ability, scoring, playmaking would be a drop-off for sure, but I think they would be fine without him. But if they can keep Harden, and you're looking at a starting 5 of Harden, Mitchell, Allen, Mobley, LeBron? Are you fucking kidding me? And the biggest weakness for the Cavaliers this season, and that was evident in their regular season series against the Boston Celtics, was their wings. Dean Wade and Sam Merrill. That's what we're doing on the wing. That's their biggest need is LeBron James, and that would be the best victory or the best farewell tour in the history of sports. Bring Bronny with you too. Fuck it. Bring Bronny with you to Cleveland. I'm pretty sure he still has a house in Cleveland. Bring Bronny with you. You come win a championship in Cleveland as literally a role player, like a third or even fourth option, maybe even a fifth option some nights if the pick and roll is really working with Jared Allen. But you could also have nights where you're the number one op, like just play vet minimum. I don't know if that's how it works. Like I feel like if I'm Adam Silver and LeBron's just going, like the Cavs are up 3-2 right now on the Pistons. They make the Eastern Conference Finals, and then they get LeBron James on a vet minimum. Is that veto territory here? I feel like that's not crazy to say that. But either way, if I'm LeBron James, go victory tour, go farewell tour, the way a GOAT does, the way the GOAT would, and that is by contending for a championship in the city that you brought a championship to after you abandoned them in 2009. The Cleveland Cavaliers are the number one landing spot this offseason for LeBron James. And if you have been listening to this podcast, you have known that I have been bullish on this move for so fucking long. And I think it could happen. I think it should happen. I think it's a layup. Go on a hometown discount. Go fill Cleveland's biggest need next offseason. And the Cavs are all in for a chip. And I think it's nice. I think it's solid. I think that starting five, you could say, would be the best in the NBA. Harden, Mitchell, LeBron, Mobley, Allen. What the fuck? That is ridiculous. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, turn on post notifs for more. I love you guys.